Right, so today is a really big day for Fiesta. I know it's just had an accident, but today is MOT. If you guys are not from the UK, the MOT is basically an annual service cars older than 3 years have to do to be eligible to drive on the road. They have to pass multiple tests to make sure they're roadworthy. And today is the Fiesta's MOT, so basically the roadworthy test. We've just dropped the car off now, and let's hope the car's all good. Right, I have no idea how well you guys can see me. It's pitch black still, it's still winter, and as you guys can see, it's a super misty, foggy morning. We are off to get the car MOT'd because it's that time of the year again. Now, my experience with MOTs is last time my car got MOT'd, aka the Vauxhall. If you guys haven't seen that video, please click up in the top right, I think it is. It failed and got scrapped by Halfords, and I'm actually slipping on this. It is so cold. I think it's -4 at the moment. You can't see anything. Everything's misty and foggy. But like, have a look. And the floor is frozen over. So literally, we're actually walking on ice. It's weird. Just look at the floor. It's all frozen over, and it's super slippery. But we need to go get the car out the garage, empty all the things out of all the personal stuff, take it down to my mechanic, and let's get the car MOT. Oh, I'm slipping everywhere. Look at the cars. It is super cold this morning. I've got 3 layers on, so again, you guys know how serious that is. If I've got 3 layers on, it's cold. Oh, there she is. Let's let her warm up because it is super cold. Right, so you guys can just see how cold it is. That's the steam from my voice and the car. Like, that's just to show you. It is so cold this morning. But all emptied now. All the stuff's out the car, and we are off to go get the car MOT'd. Let's hope she passes this time. She's looking great. I haven't cleaned her. She actually looks a lot cleaner than what she actually is. But look at this weather, man. Absolutely crazy. Just look at it. Look at that. It's nuts. Anyway, let's get on the road and let's get this car MOT'd. So we've arrived, but man, it's cold. The car says it's only what the car says is 0, but I definitely think it's colder than 0. What do you think, madam?
Definitely colder.
Definitely colder. Oh, these bumps are really steep.
The car only does that when it's cold.
Oh, look at the mist though. It's so spooky.
Please turn. I can't see.
Right, so the car's been dropped off at Ben. And let's hope she passes the MOT. Just have a look. I've actually never experienced this before. It's actually crazy. It is so cold and everything's just frozen, like the grass. It's like hard. It's the most bizarre thing ever. And look at the fog. You can't see too far in front of you. Absolutely crazy. Right, so the car's all dropped off, guys. We'll find out the results in about a couple of hours, hopefully around about lunchtime. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a lift back. That was the plan. Ben's super busy, which is fully understandable. So we're just waiting for Uber. We've walked the industrial estates just over there behind the scrapyard. It's super cold. Our Uber should be in about 10 minutes. Is that correct? And I don't know what else we're gonna do in this vlog. I guess just wait and see. And here comes the train. So there is one of our trains.
That's a small one.
Within a couple of seconds, it disappeared into the fog, which is absolutely gorgeous. Right, so unfortunately the car has failed with a very minor failure which can be corrected and is going to be corrected, because I'm not going to give up on this car. We still to this day have not passed MOT on any of our cars since being here, which is great. But so what has failed is the emissions. Now when we heard about this, we didn't actually know exactly what that is. Obviously I know what emissions is, but to what degree did it fail? Basically, our car is 9 years old, and something that we both didn't know, we found out when we went to speak to our mechanic. And basically, when each car is produced, when they're manufactured, when they're released from the factory, they do a full MOT of the car, and they set boundaries that the car has to meet. Now, which I think is really unfair, but the boundaries don't change. So even if the car is 20 years old, the car still has to meet the boundaries from when the car was made. So right now,
From factory.
yeah, so from factory. So basically, this car is going to meet the emissions that was set when the car rolled off the factory line. So this car is 9 years old. It's about to hit 100,000 miles, so about 160,000 kilometers, and it's still got to comply with benchmarks that it did when. But anyway, there's nothing we can do about that. That's how the rules are. The problem is it's burning a bit more emissions than what the legal limit is for the road. So what we've got to do is we've basically got to rag the car. What Ben recommended, what I've looked online, is basically the car has stood. Obviously, it has been an accident. If you guys haven't seen the video, check on the top. I think it's over there. And basically, it was an accident, and it's sat in a warehouse for about 2 weeks. It has been very cold. So basically, what I personally think has happened is all the stuff in the system, all the junk, all the carbon, all that type of crap is sitting in the system. It's sitting in the exhaust, sitting in the engine manifold, sitting in the head gasket, and basically that is spooky. Holy crap! Just have a look in front of us. Whoa! Where's this come from?
The mist.
Literally, we watched the film last night, The Mist. If you guys haven't seen it, it's quite a spooky film. It's an old film. We watched it last night, and this is spooky.
This looks just like it. It's really weird.
Anyway, so like I was saying, so what we're going to try and do, we booked for a retest. There's two ways of how we could potentially fix the problem. One, which is what we're going to do today, is go for a really long drive, get the engine really warmed up, and redline it a bit. So basically, with your revs, before you change gears, to hold the gears so you get to where the car is revving quite high. What that essentially is doing under the bonnet and in the exhaust and everything, it's basically putting a lot of hot air through the system, and hopefully, fingers crossed, what it will do is it will burn through all the crap that's sitting inside. Basically, it's the car is self-cleaning itself, basically, and that's what we aim to do today and tomorrow, and hopefully it will pass. After that, option 2, which is a lot more expensive and a lot more time consuming, obviously we can't do it ourselves, is a carbon clean out. Now yes, this car had a carbon clean out a couple of months ago, but like I said, it has sat for a while. We haven't been driving the car as much as what we normally do and used to. We haven't, because of COVID and stuff like that, we haven't been doing our adventures to Wales, to Worcester, stuff like that, so it hasn't been driven as much as we think the car should be, and especially hasn't been driving long distances, because you need to get the car warmed up. You need the engine and all the parts to get hot to clean out the engine. Basically what's happened is there's crap in the exhaust, in the manifold, stuff like that, and that needs to be cleared out. And the only way to do that is either take the car apart and hand clean all the pipes, stuff like that, which obviously is a last resort. If we really have to do that, we will. But the other option, a lot more fun and better option, is to basically, unfortunately, rag the car a couple of hours around town, get the revs up, get the engine up, and hopefully that will blow all the crap through and out the end of the exhaust. So we can do that, and let's see if that fixes the problem. If not, then we're kind of screwed. Taking the car for about a 2-hour run. It is extremely filthy. Actually, it's a lot cleaner on camera than what it looks, but it's absolutely filthy. What I did is I took the car on the motor for about 40 minutes and I ran the car in 4th gear at about 80 miles, so about 140 kilometers an hour, and I ran it in 4th gear at about 3,500 RPM, and I ran that for about 12 minutes. The car sounded horrendous, it was horrible, but hopefully it burned through all the carbon build-up that's caused an exhaust stuff like that. So let's hopefully on Monday, when it gets re-MOT'd and it passes emissions, we really hope it does. But that's what I did. We've just driven it around. It has been super cold, and when it's cold in England, the ground turns into this, which is a combination of frozen mud and slosh, because it melts and then it gets all sloshy and met, and that's why the car is in the state. It is way too cold to clean the car. Like, the highest has probably been in the last week is probably 2 degrees. Like, the minimum I would say wash a car is 8 degrees. Never ever below, because it's actually bad for the paintwork and the car. But let's have a look around the car. The front's not too bad, but the back, like, that is not even color. It's absolutely black, and this dust on the wheel, that is what we call road grime in England. I can't even get it off. It's actually caked on. That is from all the gritters. So in this country, because the roads freeze quite a lot, they grit the road with like a salt compound, I think it's called. It stops us from sliding over the road, which is good, but it is very bad for the car, and it leaves like this white cake dust. And then the back of the car is not even gold or copper pulse anymore, it's black. Like, okay, right, so we'll pick the camera back up on Monday when we redo the MOT, and let's hopefully the car has passed emissions. We really hope it does. It should pass. Like I said before, the car has sat for quite a while because of the accident and because we haven't been driving as much as we used to. I think it's just a massive build up in the system of carbon, and let's hopefully we've burned through all of that. And yeah, we'll see you guys Monday. So it is the next morning, and as you guys can see, we still have quite, not as much as we had yesterday, as you guys saw in the previous clip, but there's still quite a bit of white smoke. It's not really white, but if I give it a baby rev, you guys will see what I mean. It's still quite bad. Yeah, that is definitely not good. So what we're gonna do is we'll take it for another run, and we'll get the carbon clean done first thing in the morning, and then straight to the MOT center, and let's hope she passes. I'm pretty confident she passes, but I guess we'll never know until we get it done. It's going to be a lot warmer today, so I'm going to try my best to clean the car because it is filthy, absolutely disgusting. But as she's warming up, it's still quite bad. So yeah, anyway, we'll take it for a spin, a nice long hour run again, and let's hope we can get all this stuff out of the system.
Yeah.
You spilled something.
Just a tiny bit. Meant to do this every 300,000.
300,000?
Every 3,000, sorry.
I was gonna say 300,000. I said, geez, you did it once in a lifetime. The car would.
Every 3,000.
It's all in. You've made a bit of a mess, madam.
Sorry, I did my best.
But so that is our system cleaner, and then we're basically draining the whole fuel tank now. And then after that, we're gonna fill up with premium diesel, and then we're gonna put in some of that. Right, so we're back, guys. We've literally been driving the whole day. We've driven over 400 miles. Sorry about the noise. We actually the car wash because the car's really clean. We're gonna give it a really quick wash. It's quite cold. It's not that cold, but it's gonna be really quick. Just rinse, just get all the grime. I mean, have a look at that. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we're gonna give it a quick clean, and then we're going home because we are both absolutely knackered. Yeah, the car.
You ready?
Is absolutely filthy. Let me just pop up the windscreen wipers. But Look at that. I mean, it is ridiculous. That's what happens when you drive on the motorway for the whole day. Let's just get all the windscreen wipers up. Make sure windows are closed. You don't want to be spraying. Okay, right, it's just finished. And it is looking so much better. So look at the back quickly. Look at that, so much better. Anyway, it's freezing. Let's get going. Okay. Right guys, it's been about a week since the MOT. The car has passed the second time around. The car actually passed for like way below what was required. So that run we did definitely cleaned up the car and all the fluids put in the car as well. And yeah, we have the car for another year. It's been taxed for next year. It's also been MOT for next year. It's been insured for next year. So basically we have this car again for another year. And basically it's proven to Lexi and I that the car is definitely fit for the next couple of years, because we'll be able to bring it down so much that it wasn't the car's fault. It just was really clogged up from sitting because of the accidents and stuff like that. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. We had a lot of fun making it. It was very stressful at times. We probably filmed over about 2 weeks now. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, please leave a like down below. Comment down below what you guys thought of the video and any tips and tricks, because I'm still new to the whole MOT thing. But anyway, I hope you guys do have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.